out of it today.
So, my buddy Edgar's dropping me off in a snowstorm, and I'm gonna hike 50 miles up and over the Paiute Mountains to Kelso Valley by myself. Woo! I gotta put my jacket on. Oh my God. Dude.
Good luck, man.
All right, Edgar. Thank you for dropping me off.
No problem.
I'm probably gonna get hot in like 10 minutes.
This weekend you become a man.
All right.
Cheers, bro.
Ready.
47 miles.
All right.
See you Monday. There he goes.
All right, I'm at off of Highway 58 on the PCT, and I'm gonna hike 47 miles to my truck on Kelso Valley Road, and it's snowing right now. Great start to the hike in a little snowstorm. And it stopped snowing, and half the snow that just fell just melted. Here's the highway right here. There's Mojave. That's where I'm headed, up into the snow. It's snowing again. Pretty good. It is snowing. It was only supposed to snow for an hour, so I think it's gonna let up soon. That section was so brutal. Oh my gosh. legs are like on fire now after being ice chilled. There's like no wind right here. Well, I thought it was gonna stop snowing, but it's been snowing for a few hours. At least I'm not in the wind anymore. That wind kind of sucked. This isn't bad. This is peaceful. All right, I am out of the snow for now, and I'm just slogging down this road. There's so much mud. It's so like slippery. Wind, bad. Snow, good. Wind and snow, bad. No wind, no snow. Sun, also good. Wow, it's coming down right now. Well, I'm pretty tired. It is I think it's like 3 o'clock, and I've gone like 11 miles. I'm pretty exhausted. Wow, the snow is like coming down. This is awesome. Amazing. It's amazing. Actually, just kidding. It's 4:15 and I've done a little over 12 miles. So I told myself I needed to do at least 12 today, but I don't want to just be like in my tent for hours while it's still daylight. So I'm just gonna keep meandering. Wow, this is so cool. Freaking love it. See if it looks better on cinematic or not. It's not that cold right here. No, I take it back. The wind just started picking up. Oh, it's snowing pretty hard and it's cold. Look. I got to the spring. I'm gonna camp right there. The only thing kind of sucks, I can hear one of those damn windmills. But here's the water. It's coming out of that pipe right there. So probably get some water in the morning. It's like 6:30 and I'm done. I don't want to walk anymore. I thought I was gonna quit a little bit sooner and set up camp, but then I looked at the map and I was like, oh, I'm like almost to this campsite. And then so I just was like, all right, I'm just gonna go to the campsite. And then I passed it somehow. I didn't even see it. It was like a designated campsite, not just like a random like PCT like tent spot. But somehow I passed it, and I was like, all right, well, I already passed it, so I might as well go to the spring, which was like another, I don't know, a couple minutes. It's nice right here. It's definitely cold. I think I'm gonna set my tent up now before it gets too chilly. It started snowing, so I'm just inside my tent. Well, it was very cold last night. I didn't really sleep well. I think finally at around 4 in the morning, I think I fell asleep and stayed asleep. But the sun is out now, and I think all the snowing is done finally. So hopefully it warms up a little bit. Yeah. It took me about 2 hours to break camp this morning. It was so cold. I just like I didn't want to get out of my sleeping bag, even though I wasn't really warm in my sleeping bag either. I woke up many times last night just to kind of like rub parts of my body to like create some heat. And yeah, I never really got warm and toasty. It was just I was like, all right, well, if I fall asleep, then I'm not dealing with how not comfortable I am. But it's 11 o'clock now. I really haven't gone very far since I left camp because I had to strip down to my shorts again, take all my layers off. Started to sweat with everything on, but yeah, right now it's just a mixture of snow and melting snow and some dirt, some mud. It's really nice out here, except for these giant windmills. But yeah, just gonna keep going. I might be able to make this hike a 3-day hike. I did 15, 16 yesterday. So if I did 15, 16 today, I mean, I could finish this hike Sunday. So we'll see. I'm kind of hoping tonight isn't as cold, although I might be up in another 1,000 feet up in elevation. So we'll see. So my boots aren't really waterproof anymore, so my feet are soaked. They got soaked the first 2 minutes into the beginning of the hike, and I wasn't really worried about it because, I mean, your feet get wet and whatever. I can hike with wet feet; it's not a big deal. When it's really cold, it's actually better because the moisture freezes. And then your feet really aren't wet. And it's this like weird thing where your toes are warm, but there's this layer of ice. It's like insulating your feet. But this morning, when I woke up, I wanted to use the same socks I used yesterday, and they were frozen solid. So it took me a minute to get them on. Hold on, I gotta show you these flowers. Wow, this is a cool section. So anyways, yeah, I had to like pull these like iced socks over my warm feet and then put on my frozen boots, which literally took about 5 minutes to get my boots on because they were frozen solid. And then, you know, knowing as soon as I started walking, my toes would warm up, but it took me well over an hour to kind of refuel my water there where there was water and kind of like put all my stuff away, make sure I didn't, you know, put away anything wet inside, like my sleeping bag and stuff, so it stayed dry. But right now my feet are wet, but they're warm, and I'm not in the snow on this section, which is kind of nice. Kind of going up and down, in and out of the snow. But yeah. I was gonna buy new boots, but they didn't have any at REI. These still have maybe at least 200 more miles on them, but they're not waterproof anymore. I guess I could re-waterproof them, but I'm gonna probably buy new boots. I like to have 2 sets of boots at least. One for snow hiking, and then ones that I use when it's, you know, when I'm not in the snow and it's warm. They don't need to be waterproof in that situation. Hiking during the springtime, that little winter storm that rolled through made this all really pretty with the snow and the grass. Whoa, that is a big rock. I just ate lunch. Seemed like a good spot. I think this is the lowest I'm gonna be of the whole hike, or until I get to my truck. Found some people on the PCT. These guys are going south. They started at Walker Pass because San Jacinto had too much snow on it, and a lot of through hikers sometimes do that. They'll jump through San Jacinto and then hike south, and then go back up. So yeah.
Okay.
That was nice running into that couple. Their trail name was Twin Hats. They both had the same hat. I guess my trail name is Nick Breaks Everything still. But yeah, I'm just hiking along. I'm not in the snow anymore. I guess I'm at a lower elevation here. But yeah, it's nice. It's really nice right now. Like perfect temperature. It's like just cold enough where I'm not really like breaking a sweat at all. And I'm not really going up or down much. I'm kind of just staying on a flat trail, which is nice. They said I was the first person they've seen in 4 days. That's pretty cool. They're from Germany. They said they came down here for 3 months to hike as much of the PCT as they could, I guess. Yeah, they said they made a trip to Las Vegas at some point after they got to San Jacinto. Did like one of the Valley of Fire, some other places, and then got dropped off over in Walker Pass to hike south on the PCT to cover all the trail that would have snow on it right now, but by the time they get there, they should be able to pass. There's this Kelso Valley right here, and my truck is parked right in that saddle up in there somewhere. But I gotta go through this mountain range. I was all the way up on the top of that mountain. Now I'm just above this valley, and I'm going up there. Actually, No, not up there. To the left of it, I think. Or to the right. I don't know. I'm more than halfway. I think I've gone like 27 miles so far since yesterday. This part is really, really nice. It's like rolling grass hills. Stark contrast from the blizzard I was in yesterday. All these oak trees. And I keep seeing cow patties, and cows were definitely walking on the trail back there at some point. This is the deepest snow I've gotten into so far. All right, it's 5:20. It looks darker than it is because there's like clouds are going over. But here's where I'm gonna set up my tent. It's pretty flat. I was able to scoop all the dirt away. That's the trail. I got my tent set up. It's not warm, but it's warmer than it was yesterday evening. Yesterday evening, I literally set up my tent and just had to like get in it and get in my sleeping bag. I was so freezing. So my Strava says I've gone 31 miles. So that leaves me about 17 to go. I could realistically finish that tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how long it takes me to get up. Hopefully not as long as it did. My hip is like really hurting. Like the muscle is just like, it's done. Going down is okay, but going up is just like, it's hurting pretty bad. So if I wasn't hurting, I may keep going, but I think this is a good spot to stop.
Last night was much warmer. I was literally toasty the entire night. I actually woke up at some point and it was too warm, which is a good problem to have. It is very misty and foggy this morning.
I think these are mountain lion tracks. That is a pretty big footprint. These were not here yesterday. Maybe they were. Hopefully it was just a bobcat. Because there's these little baby footprints too next to it. Same shape. Looks like mama came through here with her baby. Mama had blood on her foot. Hopefully it's just a bobcat, not a mountain lion. I'm not worried about bobcats. They're just going right up here. Hopefully I don't catch up to them. And it threw up. That's what it looks like when my cat throws up. Lovely. I think these were from last night because the snow's like super hard right now. That's kind of interesting. I really hope that is just a bobcat. I'm pretty sure that was a mountain lion. The footprints were like too far apart to be a bobcat, and they were pretty big. I ended up making a turn. I followed those tracks for 15 minutes. Felt like I was just gonna like walk up on them, But I made a turn, so hopefully they're off somewhere else. If it wasn't for the snow, you wouldn't even know that they're walking on the trail. So it's a little sketchy. I'm trying to like watch my back. Yeah. Especially if it's got its baby with her. So hopefully she's not trying to teach him how to hunt me. Yeah. But I'm gonna keep moving. My hip hurts a lot still. I took an Advil this morning just to kind of mellow the pain out a little bit. I can still hike. It's just a little uncomfortable. There's a town down there. So I think that's Caliente. And then Walker Basin is just over the hill there. And I just came out of this foggy, cloudy spot. It's kind of nice being out in the open. It gets a little eerie in the fog. Well, I'm gonna just keep moving. I've made it to a road crossing. That is a big sign. I think I go up this road a little bit. This is Jawbone Canyon Road. Right here. I'm passing it right now. I've been in the snow pretty much all day. There was a couple spots where I was lower down, where I was on the dirt a little bit for like a couple minutes, but for the most part I've just been in the snow the entire time. I just filled up at Hummingbird Spring. I think that's what it was called. I just filled up 2 little water bottles. I should get me to the next water source. It's nice right now. The sun came out. I think I'm gonna be out of the snow pretty soon. I keep going in and out of these patches. They're getting more frequent, and it's definitely warm. Literally, all the best camping spots I saw in the middle of the day. And all the spots where I camped, were like the worst spots, the coldest spots. That spot right there looks nice. But it's the middle of the day. And I'm hoping to finish today. I made it to Cottonwood Creek. And it's got a good flow. Yeah, look at that. Oh, man, my feet are already wet. This is cool. That's awesome. I just fell right there. That was slippery. So I just came across another guy. He's going south. Kind of the same thing, got to San Jacinto, jumped ahead, and he said he's kind of been section hiking different parts of it. So I'm not exactly sure what his plan was. But yeah, it's kind of nice running into somebody, because you're like out here all by yourself and you start thinking about bears and mountain lions, and you know, when you see somebody else, it kind of eases that whole thing up. So yeah, I'm just cruising. He said I might run into another guy, so we'll see. That guy said he was from Australia originally, but now lives in Alaska. There's a good little water crossing right here. Oh boy. I'm pretty much out of the snow. There's like little patches here and there. But this part is really, really nice. Because it's just kind of going across this mountain valley. I'm not really climbing or descending, just like little up and downs. This is probably my favorite part of the whole thing. Well, I like that one part where it's like the rolling grass hills. That was a cool section too. Here's Paiute Road. I've driven on this road plenty of times. Maybe I should get water. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get some water here. At this rate, I think I got like 8 miles. Coming up to Landers Camp Road. Final stretch to the truck. That guy was 74 years old. So he's gonna turn 75 in 2 months. He said he has been cold the last 3 nights. Couldn't get warm. He said, well, you're going up in the snow and it's colder up there than it is here. So he said he might turn around depending on how he feels. That's crazy. I'm 33 and this isn't easy. I can't imagine being that old. Yeah. That's where I was earlier today, where those clouds are. Looks cold over there. Well, I'm almost done with the hike, and I'm glad I gave myself 4 days to do it, even though I'm still not 100% sure that I'm going to get to my truck today. But I'm still glad I gave myself 4 days, because I could have easily done 10 miles the first day with that whole blizzard situation, which would have put me back about 5 miles. And yeah, I'm definitely ready for another one already. I'm planning out my next hike. That's normally what you're supposed to do, right? Before you finish the hike, you plan out your next one. My next one is from Walker Pass up to Kennedy Meadows, and then I will have completed from the border all the way to Kennedy Meadows is the Southern California section of the PCT. How many people could say that? And some people could say, well, you didn't through hike it. Say, well, so what? I did it my way. Funny, everybody I met this weekend, their goal really wasn't even to through hike it. They just wanted to do sections of it. It's a long trail. And, you know, doing 50 miles in a weekend, that was awesome. But so the first section I ever did was in 2016. It was in Big Bear, and after I did that section, I wanted to keep going, and just kept section hiking all the way down to the 15, the Cajon Pass. And then once I got there, I was like, all right, well, let's go start this thing at the border. Let's start making our way up from there. And 10 years later, I've hiked over 700 miles. Almost, actually, not 650. We'll say 700 later. That's pretty good, doing lots of many other hikes as well in those 10 years. So here's Paiute Road again. I'm passing it for the second time, crossing it. This is the final stretch. I'm pretty sure this is all downhill, all the way to my truck. Look at that moto trail. There's my truck.